Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget, June 20th, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gonna go live with Lindsay Valandry, and we're gonna talk about my ex, Jen Morris, who passed away. And we're gonna celebrate her birthday, do something special. So guys, just so that you have that on the calendar, and I will remind you of it. Also, that's for everybody, guys. That's everybody can join that, and I think we're gonna try to stream it from two channels, Lindsay's channel and my channel. Jen, my ex, passed away from fentanyl. She thought she was taking a Percocet. I met Jen when I was a commissary manager inside the Arlington County Jail, and Jen was an inmate inside the jail. And there is on my playlist, I think Jails Institute, there is a two-parter of how I met Jen and what Jen meant to me and about our relationship, and I welcome you guys to please familiarize yourself with that if you have an interest in that. It seems that I have a lot of people that have recovery issues, which I was overwhelmed by that. So please check that out, because we have a lot in common, okay? And no judgment or anything. So please check that out, and please help me celebrate Jen, because I firmly believe that once we stop talking about people, they're no longer here. So yeah, and I want her to be here for as long as I am here. That's really important to me. The world does not know what they missed when it comes to her. Guys, now let's go into Gypsy Rose, because I gotta tell you that I watched Love After Lockup, or Love While Locked Up, or whatever the hell. And Gypsy, of course, you know I can relate, because my ex I met in jail. Come on, I got a heart. I got a heart of gold. But I gotta tell you that I do 100% believe that my wife had character. She definitely had character. She had integrity. She wasn't somebody who lied. She wasn't violent. And but anyway, Life After Lockup with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, or whatever the heck it is called. 2 days after Gypsy Rose gets out of jail, she makes a comment to Mia, her sister Mia, and she says, "My marriage is solid." Now, hindsight is 20/20, and we have to cackle when we look back at that without trying to hurt Ryan's feelings, right? And I can't get pieces of this show because they're copyright, which is fine, but you guys, you can check it out. Those that have an interest in Gypsy, you can check it out. Maybe there's other content creators that are putting it up there. I don't know, but I promise you that 2 days after, it appears 2 days after she gets out of jail, she tells her sister that her marriage is solid. You know that they almost didn't get married. They didn't live together, and it's only 2 days. Can't write this shit, guys. Seriously. She also, Gypsy says she just learned that she was a freak when it came to sex. Gypsy, we have proof otherwise. We have proof otherwise.
Hi, honey. I'm feeling it. He's eating a brownie. But later, he will be eating me.
That clip. There is a part where Gypsy and Ryan are going through the fast food drive-thru to, it looks like, I guess a McDonald's maybe, because she goes right for the french fries, and that's a McDonald's move every time, because they make the best french fries. I don't care. You know, McDonald's, I got an idea. You know how they sell everybody else's fries in the grocery store? Put your shit in the grocery store and let us do them french fries on an air fryer. The McDonald's fries, put them up. Grocery store. I'll be buying them. I would buy them. So would, I think, everybody else. Because McDonald's fries are the best fries. That's right. Just like I love my chicken from, that's right, Popeyes. So, And I'm not making a joke. Like, I'm serious. I do. And every time I go there and get my chicken, I sing the song. I even sing the song to the people when I say to them, you know why I get my chicken here, right? Because I sing. I love my chicken from Popeyes. So, guys, I hope I can keep saying that on YouTube, but it is true. I'm not trying to really plug Popeyes. But if you give me a lifelong subscription to Popeyes food, I will sing your praises all the time, Popeyes. Anyway, Ryan and Gypsy are driving through the drive-thru, and there's people taking pictures of them. How do they know where they're at? Because somebody's calling and telling them. From probably the Gypsy Rose camp. It just makes sense. And they say, the woman says, can you pull up a little bit? And Ryan says, I can't, they're taking pictures. And then he says, because that's Gypsy Rose. That's Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Now, you could say, I can't, there's somebody in the way up there. I can't, there's somebody taking pictures. But why are you going to tell the fast food attendant, drive-thru person, go get your camera now, tell everybody in the world that Gypsy Rose has come through the drive-thru? Like, that just doesn't make any sense, right? If it bothers you, why are you telling more people who she is? I just can't wrap my head around that. But that's why I don't have to, because, to be honest, this, and you hear me laughing, you see me laughing, and that's why I do the Gypsy Rose cases, and that's why I keep coming back with Gypsy Rose content, is because I can laugh at it, and it's not serious to me. You know, the crime is serious, and that was already done, okay? So now it's not serious to me. Nick sitting in prison trying to get an appeal so that he can have a fair trial, that is not a joke to me. But we're talking about Gypsy and Ryan basically pulling a Harry and Meghan, where, again, we want privacy, we want privacy. Come here, come here. Don't make it look like we know each other, please. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on there. And, yeah, they're just, it's more fun than, staying with these really dark cases that have to do with unalivement, and especially ones with children. So you got to have a balance. So I got that. Wait a minute. So I have notes everywhere. This isn't really the desk that I put this stuff in. So so I want to know, Ryan, Gypsy says something again. SEX comes into play here way too often for somebody who doesn't really think she has an interest in it. We know she has an interest in it. We saw her cosplay. And we know, I mean, how she insults our intelligence. Like, she speaks to people that she feels like doesn't know about Dan, doesn't know about the sex she had with Dan, or the sex she had in the bathroom with Nick, even though she spoke about it, dressed in a Cinderella dress, which she makes reference to Cinderella later in this, which is, I'm dying, because Cinderella moment, your fucking Cinderella moment was when you were in a wheelchair dressed in that yellow wig and blue dress with Nick dressed as Prince Charming, and you were getting it on in a dirty-ass bathroom. Come on, man. We know things that are facts, or at least things you've told us so, and I believe it's fact because Nick corroborated that. And I trust Nick. So, okay, guys. So, Gypsy makes a comment about her having too many scars. Now, I've seen this online, and I've asked myself too, and I've seen a few things about these supposed surgeries, and it's that she only had 3 or 4 at the most, and some had to do with her eyes and her mouth. We've seen her in shorts. We've seen her in tank tops. We've seen her in that pink, tight-fitting and kind of revealing, and it was a pretty outfit. It was pretty. She looked nice in it. I got to give kudos where kudos are. At the beach, we don't see the scars. So I don't know about them scars. I mean, I wouldn't be sitting out there showing my scars, but I would be in the defense of, you guys don't believe me? Look. So, or at least in a private room. I mean, you're talking about sex and all this crap online and masturbation and orgasms and stuff, you know, in jail or in prison. So I feel like there could have been a doctor and they could have maybe taken photos and kind of whitewashed a bunch of stuff, and you could have seen scars if there were any. So the scar thing, Gypsy, I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it. I am not buying it. Okay, so we got that. Ooh, I might be like jumping around here, guys, and it's fair if I am, because I got a bunch of papers here stuck to a desk. And I want to say that, okay, so Gypsy calls herself a freak. She does realize that she is a freak, but it seems to be that she has just figured out that she's a freak. You've been a freak. You've been a freak. We have video of it, which I'm going to play.
Hi, honey. I'm feeling it. He's eating a brownie. But later he will be eating me.
I'm a freak. I'm a liar. Okay, so we got that. Gypsy's in the car with Ryan. And she says with a big smile on her face and a giddy little way about her, guess who contacted Christy? And they throw an initial out there, and Gypsy says, nope, KU. Ken Erker. And Ryan says, doesn't Christy have any respect for our marriage? Understand what he says there. I think it's perfect. It's perfect. Doesn't Christy have any respect for our marriage? No, Ryan. And now, I mean, obviously, it is hindsight. Now, you're looking in the rearview mirror now. You see Ken and you see Gypsy, and you know that that was something that was helped orchestrated by wonderful Christy, who inserted herself into something that I bet you Gypsy asked her to do. I guarantee you she did. Or at least manipulated the situation so that she would do it. I believe that. That's sad. That's a sad situation. And yeah, we're going to leave that at that, because those people that actually, and there's, you guys, 9,000 strong of you, use your head and your heart, and I know you know that was spot on. There's not more that I need to say about that, because Ryan asked it. Doesn't Christy have any respect for our marriage? And that should also answer our questions about the character of Christy Blanchard, right? The dog situation. Guys, there is a situation where they are looking for a dog, and she actually mentions a husky, but she's like, yeah, we can't get a husky because we live in an apartment. So they decide on a smaller dog, and I think Ryan kind of picks the dog. It's a Maltese and a Shih Tzu, I don't know. It's called a Maltipoo or something like that. I'm probably wrong in that. But anyway, they decide on this little dog. And this little dog, that they're scrolling online as if they're picking a third date. And he says to Gypsy, you know, there's a lot to having a dog, and, you know, there's the logistics. And she said, yeah. And he said, you know, like, we live in an apartment, you gotta walk the dog and clean up after the dog. And she throws a little tantrum, like he's treating her like a child because she won't be responsible for this dog. And I think what's going on with Ryan at this point is he's probably saying, well, I already heard the Ken name. Don't know how long this relationship is honestly going to last. Probably not feeling very secure. Has probably felt a little bit of, I mean, you guys know when somebody's not into you as much as you're into them. I mean, you kind of feel it. And, at that point, it's when you really need to reevaluate the situation. Of course, you feel that before you're married, but he didn't. And anyway, it's a learning lesson. Remember what I said? Remember what I said about these things? They're teachable moments. Teachable moments, Ryan. And I think that you're like a teacher, so we can do that. So he's trying to let her know, basically, babe, you got to be responsible for the dog. And with me working, and basically, are you staying? He doesn't ask that. So Gypsy throws a tantrum and says, of course I'm going to be responsible. Don't treat me like a child. I hate when people treat me like a child. And just the bullshit of like the manipulation in that alone. Like, fucking A, now look behind you, Gypsy. What'd you do to the fucking dog? You left the dog behind because you were irresponsible. You did not care enough. His little red flags, Ryan's, they were there for a fucking reason. So don't fucking gaslight him.
Hey, I'm just getting home from work, so Pixie's all excited to see me, going nuts for me. That's my girl. I just want to say, guys, I'm not getting rid of Pixie. I love this dog too much.
And that's what I got to say about that. And, Gypsy says, I don't want to be treated like a child. I don't want to be treated like a child. That's what she says. But as soon as she's caught under something, she acts like a fucking child. That high voice comes up and didn't know. I've been in jail for 8.5 years. Come on, man. You can't. And Hollywood... You're employing this. Not only are you employing it, you're employing it. You are raising it above so that all of the young people could be influenced by her because she's done so good with her life. She is such a role model. So kudos to you. Gypsy said that her mom... Okay, so at one point, Gypsy is with her dad and Christy. And she says, Gypsy also pulls an accent that is manipulative because it's not always there. Now, I understand sometimes, in all fairness, when we're around family and they speak in the native tongue of where you come from, but you haven't been there for a while, that you can pick up an accent. But it's just fake sounding when it's Gypsy. It's just, it's manipulative. I find it manipulative. So she says, can I tell you something? However they do it. And I like that Louisiana Bayou accent. Down on the Bayou. Anyway, so Gypsy says, can I tell you a secret? Basically, who they're going to tell. And she says, can I tell you something? When you came to watch me play the Olympics or that tournament that I was in the wheelchair, well, I didn't need to be in a wheelchair, but I was in it, so. But my mom said you guys were making fun of me and called me a retard. I don't believe that for a second. I think that came out of her head right at that moment. I don't believe that for a second. It doesn't seem to go with things like, why do you invite people then? I don't believe it. I think Gypsy's just full of shit, and she just keeps creating this history for herself, and how fucking convenient is that? Because there's nobody there to correct it, because it was just her and her mom. So she can make up any fucking kind of history she wants. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful that she doesn't have a good memory, because we know when she makes up shit, she lies because she can't remember it. So, guys, this was the thing. So Gypsy's in this, I didn't really care for this gown, and I didn't think the color looked good on her. I think that more bright colors look better on her. This gown was, it was a very formal gown. They were celebrating, I don't know if it was a mock New Year's, if it was the actual New Year's, if it was just the celebration of their wedding. I don't know what it was. I don't really care. But Gypsy's hair was done, and she was made up really nice, and she liked the way she looked, and she said, this is a Cinderella moment for me. I've never had a Cinderella moment. Okay, guys. Watch this. See this picture right here? She's dressed as Cinderella, guys. How many Cinderella moments do you want? So I just wanted to show you that. I've never had a Cinderella moment. I've never been on a beach. I've never swam before. Just another one to add on to that list of never beens, but always have been. Gypsy makes a comment where she says, the person that got arrested, that version of me is gone. And she says it meaning that she's put all that behind her and she's a better person. Guys, you know that she has bullied people online. Not allegedly. We've seen in the comments. We've seen the things that she's written to people. Okay, allegedly because I didn't see her write it, okay? So on TV in front of the cameras, she's this way. But as we see her, she's this way. And you know, she's not a good person. And we all know that. I mean, we all know that. So she got paid probably a lot of money for this. I don't have a problem. Everybody make their money, but don't make it based on lies and on the intelligence or the insult of the intelligence of the audience and the people that are doing this and watching this. Like, it's really an insult to us. She said something about an evolution. Again, I am still waiting for her to make the changes in her life that are better, to not bully a Munchausen by proxy, legitimate victim, to where they get off of social media and then are begged to please come back on because their voice mattered and your voice destroyed. And that's who you are, Gypsy Rose. You can make as many of these fucking movies or documentaries or make as much money as you want. You are shit covered in shiny shit. And you already know that you're shit because of the way that you've behaved without any regard for anybody else. And that's who you are. So, remember the video Gypsy did in Ken's apartment when they go into the freezer and everything's all nice and neat and everything, and and I made a comment, give it a month, because we saw the video of Dee Dee's place, of Dee Dee's and Gypsy's place. Well, Gypsy does make a comment that the only thing she had to do when she lived at home was just exist, because her mom did the cooking, her mom did the cleaning and the washing and everything. So her mom was so sick at the end of her life. You saw she was obese. She had medical things going on with her. She had gout. She had diabetes. And Gypsy did nothing to help with that situation. When you do the video and watch this video with last night's show, you could see in Ryan's apartment, or where her and Ryan supposedly live, that it's already messy. She has no interest. He's the one unpacking. And she really has her stuff just scattered about. She's got certain things that she wanted in drawers, like this really revealing type of sex outfit, that she wanted to share with us, but she never thought she had any kind of sex life at all or any kind of sex drive at all. So yeah, I don't understand that. And once again, she's fake and phony, and in her own home she didn't keep it nice and neat or anything like that. I guess she will probably do it in Ken's, because he seems to be a little OCD, which is great. So guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. You can check out Life After Lockup, or take my word for it. Or if any content creator has it on and you don't have to pay for it or give her any kind of credit. Guys, tell me what you think. I appreciate it. There's almost 10,000 of you. I am so grateful. And please like, subscribe, and share. Comment in the comments. I comment there. And have a great day, guys. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. You take care of yourself. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always be kind. Never be Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Or any of the Blanchards. Don't even be Ken, erker. Alright guys, see you later.